Hello beautiful people, and a very warm welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am going to talk about how to make home trainings or home therapies for your neurodiverse child less of a chore and more fun. I'm going to unlock some secrets that are going to turn these home trainings from being total drab to being total fab. Personally, I have the experience of running these training sessions for my autistic child for a good 4 to 5 years, and there are certain strategies if you incorporate in your home trainings. Not only will your child learn skills, but they're also going to have that joy and excitement while learning, and that's something we should always aim for when we are teaching our neurodiverse children. So without any further ado, let's dive into today's video. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is shifting mindset that therapy is something that is a heavy, hardcore set of activities and to be done only by professionals. We know that the incidence of our child's skill development depends on how much they are able to practice a certain skill, right? So when we receive the diagnosis of our child for any neurodiverse condition, obviously as parents, our next concern is to start off with the therapy straight away. And we find that the more intense the therapy, the better it is. But I can tell you that even though yes, it is essential to collaborate with a therapist, it is essential to talk to them and to see how they conduct the therapy in a clinical environment. There may be some times where your child may not be in the mood to attend a session, where you may be feeling the entire idea of taking them to these therapies an arduous job. You may find it too intense, and you may be even guilty of missing some of those sessions. So personally, like I started off for my autistic child with occupational therapy, with speech therapy, with physiotherapy, and there were certain times like I just felt that my entire day's routine or week's routine is just centered around attending these sessions, having meetings with the therapist and so on. But it can even be that obviously you cannot replicate the entire clinical environment at home, yet you can incorporate some things that you have learned from the clinic, from your clinician, and replicate that at home through some really creative, clever ways of playing. And that's exactly the kind of mindset that we need to help our child practice their skills as much as possible through a home therapy session. Number 2, we as parents of either any physical disability or a neurodiverse condition are often sold this idea that we have to buy expensive therapy toys to teach our child skills. I think that's something we really need to get rid of, because we know, like any other parent, that our child is likely to engage with something other than a toy, right? So you don't have to stretch your pockets for that. You don't need to feel that financial stress, because even at home, if you can arrange everyday items that you use, or pull something out of your recycling box, you will find that there is so much that can be utilized to teach your child skills, whether they are their gross motor skills, whether they are cognitive skills, whether they are their tactile experiences. So you can develop a sensory board for your child where they can have this tactile experience of putting different kinds of materials, buttons, to being something soft, to Velcro, something sticky, and that itself is teaching them a skill. So they are doing skill development here, right? So parents, get over this idea that you need to spend a lot to teach your neurodiverse child any skill. Third thing that I would tell parents who are overwhelmed by the idea of running home trainings or home therapies for their neurodiverse child is to never underestimate the power of community. So I can't tell you how much of a support it is to get in touch with parents who are undergoing the same experiences, who have had these home training sessions, and there's so much that they can advise you on. So especially those families who are already ahead of you in their journey, like they have crossed that stage, and there's so much that they can share. So and this is the power of community. I think this is where, when maybe even the professionals can't help you in, listening from parents who have already undergone that experience and learning from their journey and incorporating that, and hopefully having a better result for your child. The fourth thing I would tell you is that when we talk about having home trainings, it also means making the entire family part of it. So in my case, I had my younger son be part of many activities that I was trying to teach my older autistic child, and that worked beautifully. You know, it can also help them develop friendships. It can help you engage, help your child engage in social skills, and yes, home training actually can only be successful if it's part of your family dynamics, right? It's not something that you can restrict your child and yourself with. It is something that the entire family can participate, can get involved, and have fun while learning. That's the main idea. Another myth that you may have heard about home training is that it's something you are not meant for. Home training can actually be as simple as involving them in your everyday activities, making your child learn skills through everyday tasks. So for example, I have taught my son many things like sorting out vegetables while I was putting my grocery in the fridge, naming the vegetables, the colors and everything. So while you are continuing doing your daily chores, those moments are as precious as teaching your child any skill as they can be in a specialized clinical environment. These tasks provide so many opportunities for you to teach your child and develop their skills in a natural environment. So hopefully at the end of this video you also agree to the idea that home training and home therapies doesn't have to be a chore. They have to be as natural as possible. They have to be part of your everyday activities. You need your entire family to play their role in learning something, because you never know that they're going to learn something that they didn't know before. That's all from my side. I hope you learned something valuable from my video. I am going to see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye.